We are going live. Hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Hope you're doing well. It's Friday. Yay. Anyway, I hope you're having a good time. It is Friday for those who, hopefully, a lot of people are done. They're already on the weekend, which is awesome. And this is 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. And I'm Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And we're here to talk about Agile and Scrum in a practical and tactical way. Gotta fix my shirt here a little bit. But looks even worse now. Should pull it back. So it's live, and we're early in the morning, and it is 5:39 in the morning, and Super Bowl this weekend, right? So, as I said, we talk about Agile Scrum in a practical and tactical way. So you get home, go watch Super Bowl. I wonder if companies like, we need to drop code over the weekend, so you need to work on Super Bowl weekend and watch the code, make sure it doesn't break. Like, who does that? I remember Comcast, man. They banned all changes during this weekend because, God forbid, anything ever broke in the system during Super Bowl weekend. Can you imagine how many customer support calls you would get? Just saying. And then, seriously, if you think about it, if you're in the States and you could drop some code and it breaks and it's a Sunday, are you going to find anybody to go fix it? Probably not. Anyway, something to think about before you go dropping code this weekend. Don't do it. It's like one of those things. Don't do it. Greg said don't do it. We're not doing it. Anyway, got a couple of things. We're going to have this short because it is Friday, and just want to keep it short. One thing, daily scrum, right? Oh, and I'm all ready for Super Bowl weekend. I got my coffee cup. I got my football. I don't know about you all, but I got my squares for the Super Bowl pools picked out. So that's all done, right? A little fun. Got to have some fun. Maybe that's something you do with your team. Maybe that would be an awesome gathering point for your group. Do a square, $1 a piece. If you want, make the money go to charity. I don't know. 50% go to a local charity, 50% go to the winner. That would be an awesome idea this weekend. And it's a shame it's Friday, but maybe the West Coast people will see this. I don't know. But it is Friday. If you don't have a square, you have a co-located team. You can pick a square, right? You can do squares on the game where you do the score 1 through 10, 0 through 9, and then 0 through 9, and then whoever gets the points at the quarter stuff wins the pot or wins the money or wins the section. But anyway, and also daily scrum. Use a football, right? Should have been using this all week. If you have a co-located team, toss the football around. Just get everybody excited, right? It's the weekend. It's Super Bowl. It should be fun. Ow! I got a cat. It just bit me. She's attacking me. I gave her a football. Here, take the football. She's been in mood all week. Anyway, so daily scrum. Do the football. Pass it back and forth as the talking stick, right? Or any meeting. Maybe you know what? I'm taking this to work today. Even though I don't have a scrum team and I'm just the coach, if I go to any meeting, I'm going to say, here's a football. One person talks. Whoever's got the football talks. Doesn't matter which meeting is. So I'm going to mess with everybody today. So this is going to be a football today. I'm bringing this to work. They're going to look at me like I'm strange, but why not, right? Especially since a lot of people are off. Maybe when the phone kicks in, we'll take the football and stick it near the phone, right? So that everybody knows whoever's on the phone at that point has to say the talk, right? So talking stick, talking football. It's football weekend. Do the squares, get everybody bond, have some fun, right? So Monday they can all cheer about who won, who didn't win. That's a big question. So that's the one topic I want to talk about for the Daily Scrum, because this is like a Daily Scrum show. So how do we make it fun, right? The other one, we are going to do fortune cookie because it's fortune cookie Friday. Yay! I got my fortune cookie, so we're going to do the fortune cookie. And I just want to just remind everybody, I don't know why, but every time I go to an organization, they're in so beginning stages of automated tests. I'm like, oh, it's not that hard. And they fight it tooth and nail. But I try to explain to everybody. So I got a little time, my little mini whiteboard out, right? And it was classic. They because I was looking at that, I didn't know where they were getting it from. But then it happened, right? So if you do a timeline and you do number of like test cases is the vertical, and this is time is the horizontal. And what they were looking at was, and this is rapid growth, right? They went and hired a lot of people, dead people, not enough testers. So they have a very set on a manual testing process, right? And if you were to hire, like, let's say they start here and they started late. It's funny, they have the number of test case. Well, so let's say they start test casings. Let's just pick some number here. And every time they grow test casing, right? Test case, right? And then here's their manual. If they had the same number of people, their manual testing would be flat. Why? Their number of test cases they create will increase over time. So in order to keep up with that, you have to keep hiring people to keep up with your number of test cases, right? So the idea is you automate, because if you automate it, it would theoretically stay up with it, right? Automation gives you that. What was interesting is that this one group, they were going, and all of a sudden the test cases went up vertical. What was it? Doubled. It wasn't a linear approach where it was a gradual change. All of a sudden, they doubled their test cases. I think it's because they hired a lot more people and dropped a lot more code and put some more references. I thought it was funny. The test manager said, and this was like in November, and I told everybody, it was funny because I saw what was coming on. I'm like, do you all see that you have like double the number of drops you're going to do in November? I mean, they're like, well, always do it. No, 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 no. I said, no. Did you see it? I said, you are planning to drop twice as much than you did the past couple years in November. And like, yeah, we got it. And I'm just laughing because then the automation people, we don't know what happened in November, but the number of test cases just went vertical. And I'm just thinking, I told you. And they're like, we didn't plan for that. Now our percentage of automated tests to test cases dropped like a rock. I saw it coming in the data. They even projected they were going to do it. So I thought it was funny. But anyway, they have to revolutionize how they do their automated tests, because now their numbers are totally shot to hell because they're so low. But it's one of those things where you got to be, maybe we'll have a conversation. And I see this in books. I don't know why people don't see it. But when you do the automated test, you got to treat it like Scrum. You got to Scrum it out. And they're all looking at me like, what? What are you talking about? And everybody's talking. I'm like, apply Scrum and Agile to everything you freaking do. Okay. You have a giant list that just blew off the water because you didn't figure this out before November. Now you're behind the 8 ball with all the test cases you got to automate, and you don't have enough people, right? You don't have enough. You don't want to hire 50 million people because you're just going to once you catch up, you're caught up. But you got to understand. And I'm like, well, you got to break it down like we do in Scrum. Big stories. So we got a lot of test cases, a big story. Break it down, prioritize what's critical business flow. Automate the critical business flow things you just put in place first, right? And this is all because the organizations I've worked here in the past they're not automating as they're going. They're automating post deployment, whatever. And I'm like, you're killing yourself. You got to automate day one with developers, right? Developers need to automate or help prep the software for being easy to automate. There is ways to do it. So anyway, so I'm like, you got to break it down. So just like stories, most valuable, critical business tasks, high bugs, start breaking down priorities, start getting those things down and treat it like a scrum. How many do you want to do a week or sprint, right? If you have the same sprint cadence and you're in there, sprint it out. Give yourself some goals, right? How many can you do it a week? That's your velocity. It's code. It's just like a developer. Somebody tells me it's not, I'm like, you're nuts, because it's the same idea as development. You got to think about, you just don't automate everything, right? You think about it, you process it, figure the best tactic to efficiently code it and get it done as fast as possible to give you the most information you can, and then you code it, just like developing code. And they don't get it. It's so sad. Anyway, so code as you go. When you get those big spikes because no one planned, no one told anybody, even though I did tell everybody, you have to triage it. Treat it like Scrum. You should always be treating it like Scrum anyhow. Testers don't think they need to do Scrum because they're not developers. I'm like, you're wrong. Anyway, it's Friday. That was my thing. And we're going to do Fortune Cookie Friday. Yay! Yay, Bubbles. She's done attacking me. Though I think she's looking at me like she's going to bite me or something. I don't know what it is. Full moon? So it's Fortune Cookie Friday. What we do, as we talk about, got a fortune cookie right out of the bag. No magic here. Nothing in the cookie. Right? Didn't slide anything in it. Open it up. And we see what's in the fortune cookie. So, drum roll. Can I have a purr? I got a purring cat over there. Is that good enough for that? Ooh. I like it. This is really good. I agree. Do not let ambitions overshadow small success. This is awesome. This is an awesome one. I don't know if I can read it. There we go. Evidence. So you don't think I'm just pulling some white piece of paper and I already wrote the answers. So do not let ambitions overshadow small success. And I'm just going to go to what I preach. I preach. For reviews. So many times I go into a group, but we don't have the full feature done. We don't want to demo and waste the customer's time demoing a small story with a small piece of value. We're ambitious. We want to demonstrate an entire feature. I love this. This is great. I should keep this one, right? So the idea is the big ambitions. I want to demonstrate this feature. Overshadow these small achievements and getting feedback. When you do a review, you're getting feedback on how well that small story went. Does it give business value? It gives you feedback to make it even better. So don't poo-poo on doing sprint reviews because you don't have the whole feature done. Show what you got. Let the team celebrate. Hey, I got this little win. Wins get everybody pumped, right? The more wins you have, the more they get pumped and the more they're going to do. So I'm from an Agile Scrum perspective. Don't let ambitions overshadow small success. And I'm going to talk the difference between don't let ambition. So don't let features overshadow story success. I like that. Don't let features overshadow story success. We're going to go with that. Something to think about when you do your today. So with that, happy scrumming. Enjoy your Friday. Get a football if you have to. Walmart's open at 5 a.m. in the morning, I think. 5 or 6. Anyway, it's the earlier show. You probably get a nice little tiny football or a little one for under $5 if you don't already have one, and toss it around. talking stick, Super Bowl weekend. Have fun. See you tomorrow, Saturday, and we will be here Super Bowl Sunday. We're here every day, and because this was episode 193. Have fun. Enjoy your day. Happy scrumming. Take care. Happy Friday. Yay!